record. All right. Hey, everybody. So fun. I love this Friday class. Such a good way to start the week. All right, I'm gonna put that playlist in for whoever didn't get it. And we're gonna start. All right, so we're gonna start in a supported fish. If you don't have blocks, you can just do the same thing without blocks. So set up the first one just in between the shoulder blades, about medium height. And then you can, when you lay back onto the block, you can grab a hold of the top block to find a comfortable spot just underneath the head. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch. Clasp opposite elbows overhead. Allow your arms to make a shelf over your head. Just hang over the block, opening up the front body. Begin to settle into the internal rhythm of your own breath, how you feel. Lately, I'm feeling very annoyed by what I see on Instagram. It's very difficult to exist in a world where other people are doing things that you think you should, or this concept in yoga is called MUDITA. It's loosely translates as joy, but it's not just joy, it's joy for someone else's joy. And I find that very challenging these days, stuck at home and someone else is in Hawaii. But really the focus should be finding your equilibrium between joy for someone else's joy and compassion for someone who has less, right? You always fall somewhere in between. How do we find that balance of joy and compassion to others, ourselves? Take about 3 to 5 more breaths. Inhaling up into the collarbone, expanding the rib cage, finding space for joy, space for compassion. Another big breath in. Exhale out. And one more on your own. And then when you're ready, you can begin to blink open the eyes and move your blocks over to the side, coming to rest on your back. Bring your feet about hips width apart, coming into bridge. Inhale, lift your hips up to interlace your hands just underneath your butt. Squeeze your shoulder blades, walk them closer towards one another to lift your hips up even higher. Expand across the collarbone. Big breath in. Exhale to lower to tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release your hands, lower your hips all the way down to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Give yourself a little hug, some joy. And then begin to rock up and down the spine a few times and come up to catch a boat pose. You can keep your knees hugging into your chest or send your feet out in front of you, reach your arms out in front of you. Inhale to lift the chest, expand through the collarbone. Exhale to lower halfway down, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, lower halfway. Good. Inhale, lift up. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, lower to a hover. Inhale up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to lower. One more. Inhale, lift it up. Good. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift it up. Cross your ankles and roll over, coming into all fours. And you can pad your knees if you like. And plant your hands. Knees are about hips width apart. Inhale, arch the back, look up, cow pose. Exhale to round, cat. Gaze towards your navel. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale to round. One more. Inhale, arch, look up. Good. Exhale, round. And come back to all fours. Kickstand your right foot out to the right and send your left foot to the back of the mat for modified side plank. Reach your left arm up to the sky and overhead. Expand in the left side body. Big breath in. Exhale, lift it up. Reach your arms up to the sky. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand and side bend over to the left. Big breath in. Find space. Find space for joy. Good. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat and weave the left hand underneath the right, coming in to thread the needle. Walk your right fingertips over your head. If you'd like, you can straighten out your right leg behind you with toes tucked, or allowing the right leg to float off the mat. Breathe into the back. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the right hand, lift the left arm back up to the sky, unwinding it, open, reach the left hand back behind you, creating space across the collarbone. Big breath. Exhale, plant the left hand down, coming back into all fours. Inhale, arch and look up. Good. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to all fours. Kickstand the left foot out to the left. Send the right foot to the back of the mat. Reach your right arm up and over your ear, finding space in the right side body. Good. Inhale, lift it up. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and side bend over to the right. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly cartwheel your hands back down to the mat. Square off your knees towards the front of the mat and sweep your right hand. Weave it underneath the left arm, coming into thread the needle. Walk your left fingertips over your ear. And you can straighten your left leg out back behind you. You can hover it off the mat. Whatever works best for you. You stay in your range. Work with your joy. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly walk the left fingertips to frame the front of your face and unweave, reaching your right arm up and over, expanding open, reach the right arm back behind you. Find space across the collarbone, big breath in. Good. Exhale, lower the right hand back down to the mat, coming back into all fours. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale to round. And inhale, come back to all fours, tuck your toes, arch your back, exaggerate the arch in your back, grip the ground, and press back, downward facing dog. And first down dog, pedal out the legs. Shoulder blades slide up towards your ears. Use down dog as a place to come back to your joy, your breath. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb. Plant your left hand down to the mat. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Open arm twist. Good. Reach your right hand back behind you like you're trying to spiral your chest open towards the sky. Expand across the collarbone. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the right hand to frame the front foot. Step your right foot back to plank. Inhale to puff up the upper back in plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Set your left hand out in a T off of the mat, slightly raised up away from your shoulder blade. Using your right fingertips alongside of your ribs, roll over toward the left, opening up the pec. Keeping both legs straight and toes are flexed. You can glide your right foot back behind you. Breathe into the left pec muscle. On the next inhale, roll back to center. Reach the right arm out in a T. Bring the left fingertips alongside of your left ribs and roll over to your right side. Breathe into your right pectoral muscle. Find space. Both sets of toes are flexed up towards your face. You can float that left leg back behind you. Big breath in. Exhale, roll back to center. Set your hands up outside your low ribs. Press up through all fours. Tuck your toes, arch your back, and press back downward facing dog. Good, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb. Plant your right hand down to the mat and reach your left arm up to the sky. Simple twist. Open your left hand, trying to spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. Expand a little bit more. Create joy. Good. Hug your legs towards one another. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower the left hand down. Step the left foot back to plank. Inhale to puff up the upper back. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Set your fingertips off of the mat. Elbows are lifted, coming into this 3-part cobra. Inhale to round the upper back. Exhale to squeeze the shoulder blades together and down as you melt your heart towards the mat. Inhale to straighten both elbows. Heart lifts up. Hug the belly button in and up. Pubic bone press down towards the mat. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the forehead to the mat. Set your hands up outside your low ribs. Press back, coming through all fours. Tuck your toes, arch your back, and press back downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here to come back to your breath. Notice if anything's shifted. Notice where your mind takes you. On the next inhale, gaze towards the front of the mat, and exhale, take a slow walk to the top of the mat and forward fold. Grab a hold of opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Match the rhythm of your body with the rhythm of your breath. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise to stand, Urdhva. Reach your arms up. Find a small back bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart, and down by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to dive it forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Back knee comes down. Good. Untuck the back toes and rise up to Anjaneyasana. And bend into that front knee as you reach your arms up. Big breath in. And exhale. On the next inhale, press into the top of your back foot. Lift the back knee up. Squeeze the legs towards one another, like you're trying to drag that back foot towards the front of the mat. Hug it in. One more inhale. Good. Exhale. Slowly lower your hands to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee up. Step your right foot back to plank. Inhale to puff up the upper back. Exhale, lower halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb, back knee comes down. Untuck the back toes and rise up, Anjaneyasana. Arms lift up. Good. Next, inhale, press into that back foot, lift the back knee up, reach your arms up a little higher. Big breath here. Exhale to lower the knee slowly, lower the hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. Keep a micro bend in that back knee. Big breath in. Exhale to step forward and fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to stand, Urdhva. Palms touch at the top, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step your right foot to the back of the mat, back knee comes down. Untuck your back toes, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana, inhale. Good, expand across the chest, find space in your chest. On the next inhale, press that back foot, the top of the foot down into the mat, lift the back knee up, pull that back foot towards the front of the mat, like you're trying to kick your foot into the mat. Inhale. Good. Exhale, slowly lower the knee, plant the hands, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee up, step the left foot back to plank. Inhale to puff up the upper back. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb. Back knee comes down, untuck your toes, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Good. Expand in the chest. On the next inhale, press into that back foot, lift the back knee up, scrub that back foot towards the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the knee, lower the hands down to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up, keep a micro bend in that back knee. Inhale, exhale to step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Palms touch, take a slight back bend at the top. Good. Exhale, hands to heart and down by your side, Tadasana. Doing awesome. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to dive it forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step your left foot to the back of the mat, back knee comes down. Plant your left hand over to the left, slightly turned out towards the left. Bend the back knee, squeeze the heel into your butt, reach back with your right hand, grab a hold of the pinky edge side of your foot, and kick your foot into your hand. Pull back with your hand like you're resisting that kick. And the front knee, squeeze it into the midline so that your hips lift, legs are strong. Keep kicking into that hand. Big breath in, expand across the collarbone, finding space for joy and compassion. One more inhale. Ooh, exhale, slowly lower that back foot down, unwind it, come to sit back onto your heel, straightening through that front leg to Ardha Hanuman. Flex the front toes towards your face, framing your leg on your fingertips. Take a deep breath in to expand the chest forward. Good, exhale. The next inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale to lower. Two more, inhale, lift it up. That quad is active. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift it up. Woo, exhale to lower, stamp that right foot down, rebend into that front knee. Lift the back knee up, micro bend in the back knee, big breath. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold it. Inhale to rise up, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step your right foot to the back of the mat, back knee comes down. Plant your right hand over towards the right, slightly turned out to the right. Squeeze that back foot into your butt, bending that knee. Reach your left arm to the back, grab a hold of the pinky edge side of your foot, and kick that foot into your hand. That front knee squeezing into the midline so that your hips are lifting up. Good. Continue that kick as you use that foot as leverage to expand across the collarbone. Good. Keep that kick. Squeeze that front knee in. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower that back foot, unwind it, and come to sit back onto that heel, straightening into the front leg, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale to lift your chest, expanding through the spine. Heart is moving forward, fingers framing that front foot. Good. Next inhale, lift the left leg up. Ooh, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower, rebend into that front foot, plant the hands, lift the back knee up, micro bend in the back knee. Inhale, exhale to step forward and fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold it. Inhale to rise up, Reach your arms up, take a small back bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Press your feet firmly into the mat, push them outward, sit a little bit deeper, turn those quads on as you're reaching up, expanding upward, finding space for joy. Good. One more breath here. Good. And then bring your hands to your left thigh for a moment. You can interlace them, bring them to the left thigh, bring the weight into the left foot, and come onto that right big toe. And keep that right knee bent. Hug the left hip in as the right hip comes, sassy hip out. Inhale, lift your right knee out to the right, like a fire hydrant dog. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tap it down. Good. Come back through center for a moment. Reach your arms up. Why not? Exhale, bring your hands to your right thigh. Bring your weight into your right hip, into your right leg. If your quads are burning, that's good. Hug that right hip in. Come onto that left big toe. Inhale, reach that left knee out. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, out to the left. Exhale to tap it down. Inhale, left. Good. Exhale, tap it down. Come back into chair. You're doing it. Big breath in. Good. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring the weight into your right foot. Bring the left knee up into your chest. Tilt slightly forward. Micro bend in that standing leg as you kick the left foot back to a modified warrior 3, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale, drop the back foot down, coming into high lunge. Inhale to reach up. Awesome. Good. Expand across the chest. Reach your arms out, making a T. Internally rotate at the shoulder joint and reach your arms back behind you. Grab a hold of your hands, interlace them behind your low back. Extend at the elbow, creating space across the collarbone. Straighten through the front leg and bow over your straight leg. Maintain that straight spine. Big breath in. Exhale, rebend that standing leg and step forward and fold. Keep the interlace of the hands. Release your head and neck down. One more breath. Exhale, release your hands to your hips, arch your back and rise to stand. Tadasana. Good. Let's do that to the other side. Woo! I'm feeling it. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach your arms up, sit your hips back, press your feet down into the mat, push them outward. Good, big breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, bring your weight into your left foot, bring your right knee up into your chest. Keep that micro bend in the standing leg as you tilt slightly forward and kick that right leg to the back for warrior 3. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower that right foot to the back for high lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open your arms into a T. Expand across the collarbone. Internally rotate at the shoulder to reach your arms back behind you. Interlace your hands. Puff up the upper back as you straighten your elbows. Straighten into that front leg and bow, pyramid with interlaced hands. Big breath in. Good, and exhale. On the next inhale, rebend into that front leg. Keep a micro bend in that back leg and step forward and fold with interlaced arms. Release the head and neck down. One more inhale. Exhale to release your hands to your hips. Coming through chair pose. Utkatasana, reach your arms up. Exhale to stand, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Pull your arms down into a cactus shape. Reach your hands back behind you and straighten your arms up like you're trying to catch something behind you. Your heart is open, heart is expanding. Keep sitting down a little deeper. One more inhale. Exhale to dive it forward and fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, step, or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing. Awesome, guys. Take 3 breaths and come back to your breath. Notice your internal rhythm. Notice your joy. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb. Find the stability of your legs to rise up to high lunge. And inhale to reach up. Exhale, open up warrior two. Hips sit back like you're coming onto a chair. Reach your arms out. Bring your gaze in line with your sternum, with your heart center out towards the left. Expand across the collarbone. Flip both palms upward so they're supinating as the shoulder blades are externally rotating. Big breath in. Exhale to reverse. Flowing through three. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. And inhale, cartwheel your hands forward to frame the front foot. Step the left foot back to plank. Inhale to puff up the upper back. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb. Find the stability of your legs to rise up to high lunge. And inhale to reach up. Exhale, open up warrior two. Bring your gaze in line with your heart. Hips sit back a little bit further. Lift your chest, expand across the collarbone. Space for joy. Good. Flip your palms up so your shoulders are externally rotating. A big breath in. Exhale, reverse. Flow through three. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse it. Inhale, back through warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Good. Inhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Flip the back toes up. Step the left foot back to plank. Inhale to puff up the upper back. Exhale to lower halfway. Inhale, push back up to plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good. Notice your heart rate. Notice your headspace. Notice your thoughts. Big breath in, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale out all the breath and float to the top of the mat. And inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold it. Inhale to sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit back a little deeper, press the feet into the ground, push them outward. And reach up a little taller, expand. Exhale to stand, hands to heart, and down by your side, Tadasana. Good. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reaching up, big breath. Exhale, bring your weight into your right foot, bring your left knee up into your chest. Good. Send your left knee back downward as you kick your foot back behind you. Bring your right hand to your heart and reach back to catch a hold of the left big toe side of your foot. Keep a micro bend in that standing leg. As you begin to tilt forward, kick the foot into your hand, coming into dancer. Use that leverage of the kick into your hand and that micro bend to the standing leg. Good. Open up across the collarbone. Keep kicking. That connection creates stability. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly come out of it. Reach your arms up. Left knee up into your chest. Flex those toes. Hug your belly button in and up. Find that stability. Micro bend in that standing leg. As you tilt forward, kick that left leg back. Warrior three. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower that back foot, coming into high lunge. Awesome. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, open up warrior two. Good. Big breath in to expand across the collarbone. Exhale, reverse warrior. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand and reach over towards the left. Straighten into the front leg as you bend over to the left. Find space across the right rib cage. Big breath in. Exhale, rebend into the front knee, coming back into warrior two for a moment. Sweep the left arm and flip the left toes back up, coming back into high lunge. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Squeeze your legs in toward the midline, hugging your hips in as you reach your hands across until you feel expansion across your collarbone. Inhale, exhale to reverse. Inhale, straighten through that front leg. Exhale, rebend, slowly cartwheel your hands down towards the mat. And walk your hands up so that they're on that front thigh. And you can keep them here, or you can use blocks as a lot of options. You're gonna bend the back foot, squeeze the foot into your thighs until you feel your hamstrings cramping up. You can reach back with your left hand, grab a hold of the big toe side of your foot, or if you have the flip of the toes, you can go for that. Square your chest off towards the front of the mat. You have that foot pulling us back. Use that strength of expanding open in the collarbone to square yourself off. Reach your arm up. Good. Keep a slight kick in the back of that foot into your hand, activating and stretching the quad at the same time. Good. Inhale to reach up, grow a little taller. Whew. Exhale, slowly lower that back foot. Lower your hands to frame the front foot. Flip the back toes up, lift the back knee, step your right foot back to plank. Inhale to puff up the upper back. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And take 3 breaths here. Smile. Notice your joy. Notice the compassion you have for yourself, for others. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale out all the breath and float to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sit back, coming through chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit your hips a little deeper. Fire up those quads. Lift all 10 toes up. Good. Exhale to stand, hands to heart, and down by your side, Tadasana. Good. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach it up. This time, bring your weight into your left leg. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Send your right knee down towards the mat. Hug that back foot into your butt. Grab a hold of the right foot and the big toe side of the right foot. Bring your left hand to your heart. That standing leg, find that micro bend in that knee. Hug the hip in as you tilt slightly forward. Kick the foot, kick that right foot into your hand. Good. Use that stability of the kick of your foot to find strength in your legs. Square your heart off towards the front of the mat. Expand across the rib. Expand across the collarbone. One more inhale. Good. Exhale, slowly coming back up with the right knee. Woo, up into your chest. Reach your arms up. Good. And keep that micro bend in the standing leg as you tilt forward, kicking your right leg back to warrior 3. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, lower your right leg slowly towards the back of the mat, coming into high lunge. Good. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Big breath in. Exhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Big breath to side bend over the right as you straighten through that front leg. Breathe here. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, rebend into that standing leg. Sweep your right arm up to meet your left. Flip the back toes up, coming back into high lunge. Inhale to create space. Exhale, open up. Open arm twist to the left. Squeeze your legs in towards one another as you expand across the chest, across the collarbone. Hug your hips in. Big breath. Exhale, reverse. Straighten into that front leg. Head smile. Reach. One more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame that front foot. And walk your hands up to your front thigh, coming into that box-shaped lunge. Bend the back foot, squeeze the heel into your butt until your hamstrings seize up, until they get so crampy. Reach your right arm back behind you. Grab a hold of the big toe side of your foot, or you can flip your hand if that's available to you. Squeeze it in as tight as you can. Square your chest off towards the front of the mat. Reach your left arm up. Focus on the expansion across your collarbone from your right pec all the way into your heart. Good. Find a small kick in that back leg into the foot. One more inhale. Good. Exhale, slowly lowering that foot back down. Plant the hands down to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. Step the left foot back to plank. Inhale to puff up the upper back. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And take 3 breaths. Notice where you are. Observe the sensations in your body. Grip the ground. Big breath in, bend the knees, look forward, gazing past the mat. Exhale out all the breath and float to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale to stand, hands to heart. Last one, inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Make this one the best yet. Pull your arms down into cactus, expand across the collarbone, reach your hands up like you're trying to catch something behind you. Keep that bend in your knees, sit a little deeper. One more inhale, exhale to dive it forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, step, or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing. Next, inhale, drop your knees, coming back into all fours. Reach your right arm out in front of you and send your left leg back. Good, you can keep that right set of toes tucked if it gives you more stability. Inhale to reach in opposition. Exhale, hug it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale to reach. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to reach your hand and leg away from one another. Bend that back knee. Squeeze that heel into your butt. Reach your right arm back behind you. Grab a hold of the pinky edge side of your foot and kick the foot into your hand. Pull back with your hand. Resist. Kick higher up towards the ceiling. Square your chest off towards the front of the mat. Expand in the collarbone. Good. One more inhale. Exhale to slowly release the foot, keeping the foot where it is. Plant the right hand down, kickstand the right foot out to the right, and send the left leg back behind you like Ardha Chandrasana with your leg lifted. Reach your left arm up. Big breath to expand across the chest as you open, spiraling towards the sky. Good. Exhale. Bend that lifted leg. Squeeze the heel into your butt. Grab a hold of the big toe side of your foot and kick into your hand. Kick back behind you. Expand across the collarbone till you feel sensation in your heart is open. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind it. Knee down, hand down. And press back to child's pose just for a moment. Big breath in. Exhale, push back up to all fours. Good. Just a tease. Inhale, reach your left arm out in front of you. Send the right leg back behind you. Expand in opposition. Inhale. Exhale, hug it in, knee, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch it in. Inhale, reach front and back. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to reach, bend that back knee, squeeze the heel into your butt as hard as you can. Reach the left hand back behind you, grab a hold of the pinky edge side of your foot. Kick the foot up towards the ceiling, kick it into your hand, pull back with your hand, and square your chest off towards the front of the mat. Find space in your collarbone, space for joy. Joy from others, joy. Mudita. And one more inhale. Exhale to slowly lower your hand, keeping the foot where it is. Kickstand the left foot out to the left. Send the right leg back for Ardha Chandrasana, knee down. Reach your right arm up and expand open. Spiral your chest towards the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, squeeze the foot into your butt, bending that lifted leg. Grab a hold of the big toe side of your foot and kick back behind you. And find space across the collarbone, space in your heart. And one more breath. Make this feel good. Exhale to slowly unwind it and press back to child's pose. Tap the forehead down to the mat. Take a little hip shimmy from side to side. On the next inhale, walk your fingertips over towards the right. Press your left hip down into your left heel, finding a little bit more space in your left side body. The next inhale, walk back towards the center and over towards the left. And press that right hip down into your right heel. Find a little bit more space in the right side body. Space for joy. Next inhale, come back towards center. Take a even child's pose for a moment. Rock the hips again from side to side. Inhale, rippling up, coming through cat pose. Tuck your toes, arch your back, coming through cow, and press back downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale the right knee to nose, squeeze the leg in towards your chest, and then send the right leg out to the left for a fallen triangle. Reach the left arm out and open. Expand across the collarbone. Make it the biggest one yet. Finding space. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly unwinding it. Slide your right shin into pigeon. Squeeze your knees together for a moment. Puff up the upper back. Squeeze them in. Big breath. Exhale to slowly melt into your pigeon and come onto your forearms. Rest your forehead. Breathe into the sensation in your outer right hip. Observe how you feel. Observe where you feel. Take about 5 more breaths. Allowing yourself with each exhale to melt deeper into the mat. And on your next inhale, begin to walk your hands up towards the mat and tuck the back toes and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple the spine coming towards plank. Puff up the upper back in plank. Squeeze your feet like you're dragging them towards your hands. Pull your hands back towards your feet. And exhale to lower halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee into your chest. Squeeze the knee in as tight as you can. And then send the left leg out to the right for fallen triangle. Reach your right arm up to the sky and open out. Spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. Good. Expand. Find space across the collarbone. Good. Finding this equilibrium between joy and compassion. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind it. Slide your left shin into pigeon. Come up onto your fingertips and squeeze your knees together for a moment, puffing up the upper back, activating your legs, finding strength in your hips. Inhale. Exhale to melt into your pigeon, lowering down to the mat. You can rest your forehead on the mat. Stacked fists. Just breathe into the sensation of your outer left hip. Come back to your breath. Use it as a tool to slow your heart rate, ease your mind. 3 more breaths here. And slowly begin to walk your hands up, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step back to downward facing dog. And ripple yourself forward into plank. Puff up the upper back, squeeze your feet towards your hands, hands towards your feet, connecting your fingers and toes into your core. Inhale, exhale to lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, knees down, sit back, and roll over to come to a seat. And I'm sitting upright for a moment. Lean back into your hands so your fingertips are facing towards your heels. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh for a figure 4. Inhale to lift up for a reverse bridge. And squeeze your shoulder blades together onto your back to expand your collarbone open. Exhale to lower your hips down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to lower. And switching feet, step your right foot down onto the mat, left ankle across your right thigh. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. All right, come to sit upright. Coming into a double pigeon or Agni Stambhasana. Cross your right shin over your left, stacking them. So you probably will come here. The right knee might be lifted up. Just have the right ankle on top of the left knee. And with your hands like a sandwich, bring your right hand on top of your right knee, left hand onto your heel, and squeeze your hands together into your thigh and resist. So your foot is kicking into your hand, your knee is pressing into your right hand. You're creating this sandwich like you're trying to shorten your shin for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. See if your knee dropped down any amount. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Good. And exhale to lower. Let's do it once more. Once more. Squeeze it in, pressing your hand as hard as you can. Inhale. Whew. Exhale to lower. Sit your hands back behind you. Release your feet and do windshield wipers side to side. Rock it out. And come back up. Let's just do the other side. Left shin on top of the right. Make that sandwich with your hands, squeezing like you're trying to shorten that shin, pushing it in, kicking with your foot, and resisting with the knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Ooh. Do that 2 more times. Big breath in to squeeze. Good. Exhale, release. And the last one. Inhale, squeeze it in as hard as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just notice where you are. Good. And then lean it back into your hands. And again, windshield wiper from side to side. Good. And then come to lay on your back. Coming into bridge. Plant your feet down into the mat. Lift your hips up to interlace your hands behind your low back. Walk your shoulder blades in towards one another. Lift your hips up a little higher. Press your feet into the mat to lift them up. Tuck your chin to your chest. Good. Exhale to slowly lower down to the mat. You can do 3 more like this, or you can go for your full wheel. Inhale, lifting up slowly. Or you flip your hands over, coming into the top of your head like we worked on last week. Plant the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together to expand across the chest, and lift up. Straighten into your legs, moving with your heart, leading with your heart, finding space for joy and compassion. When you're ready, you slowly lower down and take one more, either bridge or full wheel. Finding a space that feels good, space to expand. And then when you come back down, slowly, one vertebra at a time, bring your feet about the width of the mat and knock your knees in, allowing your ligaments around your sacrum to come back into place. Breathe up into your heart space, noticing the space you created. And when you're ready, hug your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg long, and step your right foot on top of your left thigh. Guide your right knee over towards the left, reach your right arm out to the right, gaze over towards the right, expand along the right side of your collarbone, breathing from your lower back up into your right armpit. Making space should feel good. Next inhale, slowly rocking back up to center. Straighten the right leg out in front of you and hug the left knee into your chest. And step your left foot on top of your right thigh and guide your left knee over towards the right. Reach your left arm out to the left. You can gaze over towards your left thumb. Breathe from your lower back up into your left armpit, finding a little bit more space in that left pec. You can use that right hand as leverage to push your thigh down away from your lower back, finding a little bit more expansion. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly rock it back to the center and hug your knees into your chest. Take a few rocks up and down the spine and come to catch boat one last time. Squeeze your knees in, use it as leverage to lift your chest up a little bit more, expand across the collarbone, reach your arms up, you can straighten out your legs or keep them bent. Inhale, exhale, lower halfway. Let's do 10 of these. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift it up. I lost count. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower halfway. Let's do just 5 more on your own. Connect your extremities into your core, finding space for joy, compassion, love. Woo. And then slowly lower down to the mat. Lift your legs up towards the ceiling for a moment. Allow the blood to rush down into your hips. Just noticing that flow of prana, of energy moving through your legs. Point and flex your toes. Circle out the ankles. And squeeze your knees into your chest one last time. Rock from side to side. Give yourself a big hug. Just for the awareness of joy and compassion is huge. And when you're ready, slowly lower one leg at a time, using any props you need. Allow your feet to take up space on the mat, off the mat. Fingers curl up naturally. And your gaze to the space between your brows. And a big breath in up into the heart. Exhale to melt into Shavasana. Begin to bring the awareness back to your body and your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Smile if you want. Step one foot to the mat at a time. Rocking your hips from side to side slightly, creating new movement. Roll over to your right side. In the space that I like to set my intention for the day. And when you're ready, pushing up to a comfortable seat. Tilt your hips slightly forward. As you rest the palms of your hands on your knees. Inhale up into your heart space as you grow a little taller. Rub the palms of your hands together to create some heat. Bring them to your eyes, the palms of your hands to your eyes. Big breath in to rub the palms of your hands together. Exhale to bring them to your heart. Bowing inward slightly in honor of MUDITA, finding joy in the joy of others and finding compassion for those who need it. Bring your hands to prayer. Big breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. It was awesome. Hope everybody has a good Valentine's weekend, whatever that means.